Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda. When we last left off, Jasmine was in this room with this man who gave her the hint to go to the next room. And this isn't Castlevania 2, where everybody basically lies to you and tells you half-truths. So we're going to actually listen to this guy. He's going to point us in the right direction. This won't take us necessarily right to Ganon, but it'll take us to the remaining about, I guess, 40% of the map that we have yet to explore. It'll also put us on track to get the silver arrow. Remember, there's power in the arrow, and we need the silver arrow to defeat Ganon, so... Easy room here of Zol enemies. Unfortunately, they dropped the clock. That clock would have been much more useful in a room like this with tougher enemies. But... see if we can take these guys out. Oh, got hit by the bubble. Whenever you get hit by the bubble, try to get as far away as you can from the likes. You don't want them eating your magical shield. So let's head up here and get an outdated clue. Patra has the map. Well, we already defeated the Patra who had the map, so... you're a little late with that clue, buddy. So... we'll just head left here. This is the right way to go. We can head left over there and get to the correct way to go, but I'm just going in this room to fill it out. Because we can get to that room a different way, so... we'll head to the south here. We'll take a warp to get to the thing. Like I said, we're gonna fill out all the maps, so I wanted to go to that room because now we don't have to backtrack into it. So, take out these guys. Let's get our wand out. We're gonna have a room full of with some blue land molars. Not really full of them. It's only 2 of them, but fire is really good on these guys because they tend to hang out in the fire, and the fire is constantly damaging them. So even though it's not doing a lot of damage at once, it's doing a lot of damage over time. So just eats right through them guys. Alright, empty room here. The room to the right is where those bats were. We got a Patra room here. We have to take these guys out because we have to go down that staircase. That'll take us to the path to the silver arrow. Necessary item to defeat Ganon. So. One more. Boink. And we finish them off. Oh, we got a fairy. Woohoo! Yeah, let's head on in. So. It's going to be very similar to getting the red ring. Very similar room. We got a bunch of whiz robes we got to deal with. Not necessarily these ones. Well, we're going to have to deal with these guys eventually because we're going to have to come back through that staircase, so we'll need to defeat all these enemies to move the block, so might as well just finish them off now. Because this is the room where we're going to get the silver arrow. So, just gotta have our bombs out here, because in case these bubbles take away our sword, the only other thing that can damage the whiz robes is the bombs, so... Alright, so we push that block there, head on over here, let's head on down and get the silver arrow. The only thing that can defeat Ganon, so... I'll explain the Ganon fight once we get to him, and we don't have too much longer to go. When I pulled up the map earlier, you saw we basically only had about, you know, the lower left corner to deal with, so... we have a few dead-end rooms we're going to explore, just like I said, to fill out the map, but we did most of that exploration in our last video of level 9. So, let's head on up. Start filling out the cheek here, the right cheek of the skull. We got sucked up by that like, but we dealt enough damage to him that we escaped with our shield, so... I guess though, if you lose your shield at this point in the game, we're so close to the end that it's not really gonna matter. So, it might make some of the rooms tougher with the whiz robes, but there's not a lot of them left, and like most other boss monsters, Ganon's shots can't be blocked with the magical shield. So, alright, we have one more room to go. Up to the north here, but we don't want to go any further north, because if we head further north, we're going to go to a room we've already been into, and the door is going to lock behind us. and we're gonna have to go all the way back through most of level 9 to get back to where we are. So definitely don't want to go up anymore. Do want to head across though, because this is where it's gonna take us to the remaining section of the map here. But before we head into the staircase, we'll uncover these few remaining rooms here. So just try to stay out of the way of the Wizrobes and let them. They're gonna behave pretty nicely here. They're just gonna kind of do their little dance, float around. Oh, nicely behaved Wizrobes. I like it. Yeah, I guess the water tiles kind of screw with their AI a little bit, so tend to be a lot easier in rooms where there's the water. Those Zolds are nice. They gave us full hearts. Woohoo! And this room's already, this room up here has already been conquered, so all you have to do is push the block, summon the trap tile out of the corner, and then sneak into the room. So we have 2 rooms up there on the forehead that we gotta, this will take us to there. And then from there we got to the eye. So Zelda's in the eye. So, Wizrobes. We don't necessarily have to fight these guys, but Jasmine's feeling, I guess, a little angry, I guess. She's playing Monster Hunter. She wants to eliminate all the monsters. So, ooh, thankfully, we don't have a room with Wizrobes in it. Ooh. But yeah, I think those were the Wizrobes were the last ones we're going to encounter in this quest. So, but yeah, we just head down this way, and we're going to end up in the room right outside of Ganon's room, where we got another Patra boss to deal with. I guess he's more like a mini boss. So we just take it out now, and it's a nice, easy one. The one that doesn't shoot the its Patras out. Its little mini Patras out. Just keep our distance. We have our sword beams, so easy to go. Take it out. And now it's time to fight Ganon, the evil wizard Ganon. And he's not going to really play fair. He's going to start the battle by basically disappearing. There he is. And he's going to disappear and teleport around the room. So basically all you have to do is you have to just stand around and swing your sword. One way to do it is you kind of can hide out in one of the corners. That way, he'll eventually appear near the corners, and you can stab him then. If you have a lot of hearts, this is the way to do it. Otherwise, you're just stabbing around, and he may like push you away with his fireball. So after 4 hits with a magical sword, he turns red, and then you just have to shoot him with a silver arrow. And there's the entire dungeon filled out. And now we just head up here to rescue the princess. She's blocked by some fire. The funny thing is you can destroy the fire with fire. So, and I'm silly. I always like to give the princess some meat because she looks hungry. She's probably not being well fed by Ganon. I mean, he is a wizard, evil wizard, so he's probably starving her in here. Thanks, Jasmine. You're the hero of Hyrule. Zelda will always be the same color as your hero, so Jasmine has the red tunic, so Zelda will have a red dress. Finally, peace returns to Hyrule. The end. Or does it? Yeah, technically, peace, I guess, doesn't return to Hyrule because there's plenty other Zelda games after this, and there is also a second quest after this. So, I alluded to that in the first video, where you can enter your name as Zelda and start the quest, so another quest will start from here. Press the start button. And if you press the start button, you'll be taken back to the title screen. And you'll see, hey, our character Jasmine has a sword just like Zelda does. So come join us next episode for the second quest.